Hello everyone. I messed up there actually. Went straight to ending by accident, but there you go. Hello everyone and welcome to this unboxing of Dune. Gosh, that's a little bright on the old box there, but yes, so I got this not long ago, and I'm very excited about it. Am I okay for the mic, by the way? Let me know if I'm not. I've got a little bit of a janky setup for this one to get everything in because I'm trying to be a little bit more. Oh, that's all right. I think I know it's in camera shot, but it should be fine, right? Let me know. Let me know. I think it's fine. Showing up okay on camera on OBS. Anyway, we have got Dune here. I'm very excited about this. I'm using my phone as a camera. Hello, phone. For this, I don't know if it's like doing great at focusing at a distance. Like I don't know if it gets like it's just okay. Okay. Anyway, hello, hi. So we're going to get into it pretty much. So this is the main box for the Dune War for Arrakis game from Simon and Legendary, and this is really exciting. I'm really excited about it. I got this ages ago and it finally came. So when I get into it, might take a second. It is going to take a second. One second, I'm going to stand and get this open. Okay, we're into it. Got it. This is serving, by the way, as our episode for the podcast for the week. So those wondering if there is another episode this week, there is not. This is the episode, so to speak. Anyway, so this is the rulebook, which looks rather hefty, and again has that gorgeous cover art of both the Atreides and the Fremen, and then on the other side, which is funnily enough, they actually have it both the right way up on this this guide, but they have the Harkonnens, which is super interesting. Okay, so I should have really thought ahead and brought something to pierce this with, but to be fair, I do have a pen. That should do it. Was I careful? Nope. Get it from this end. I can probably get that actually. I haven't been as prepared as I thought it was going to be, but that's typical Peralta fashion. So, typical for what it's nerd vibes. So there you go. Anyway, we're into it. So much in this already, I can tell. Yep, there you go. Okay. So, something's already popped out of one of the sheets. I think I'm popping them out by accident as I'm moving the stuff. There we go. That off. Okay. So, a number of cards dealing with the board. I don't know obviously too much about these because I haven't looked. It's funny, I buy these games and people say like, oh, what's the game about? I don't know. I buy them because they look cool. Well, not just because they look cool. I'm interested in the universes, etc. But I do generally enjoy the gameplay to boot. So these are some of the. It looks like this is Harkonnen stuff. I believe. Oh, I have to try and I have to remember my camera's here. My camera's here. And here's some of the Atreides stuff. Atreides? I don't know how you say it. Oh, I keep forgetting. Okay, there we go. That's Atreides. And then here's some like, this is interesting because this is like Fremen. And it's like the other houses basically as well. That's quite cool. Then we have a lot of tokens. and map icons, etc. There's that. Now, I'm going to move this quickly off the table and get this box out. Okay. There we go. Open this up. I think this is a lot of the actual like figures, pieces, etc. All that noise. Anyway, here we are. So, first up we have a lot of 3D stuff, which is we have the cards of the characters, such as there we go, Duke Leto. Slightly blurry, but there you go. And then another one such as Paul there as well, but so some of those there. And we've got the Harkonnen ones. Oh wait, no, these. Oh, so they're like event cards or something, because there's some for each faction there actually. We have a nice little bag, which I've got to be honest, I do not enjoy the whatchamacallit. I don't enjoy the feel of all our dice. 4 different kinds. And then we have, and now I'm forgetting, but I think these are the Sieches, which are like the Fremen hideaways that will go on the map. You then have all of your characters like Paul. You have, I couldn't tell you any of this off the bat. I couldn't tell you any of them specifically right now, but there's those. And then you have the Harkonnen and the Emperor's troops. There's Baron himself. There's I think that's Princess Irulan. Others, and then this is probably what a lot of people will be interested in. Just gonna put that like so. Those up. And here are some of the Fremen, and then what I think is probably the most crazy part of the. Oh, it's got a thing underneath. It's got one of those things you used to get on all your toys when you were little. What are they called again? I can't get to it. I'm trying to do this whilst not knocking any of my cameras or anything. This is great. This is going phenomenally. I'm very good. Oh, well, it actually isn't going as bad as I thought it was. To be fair to myself. There we go, I did it. Look at that. Skill, precision, engineering. Okay. Oh. And then, yeah, so I'll show you guys it on this one first. Look at that. That's a model and a half. And then, in case you want to see it in extra high def, I guess. Look at that. Phenomenal. So how did that go back in there? Did it go in like that? It did. Okay. Then there's some of the smaller ones as well. And the smaller worms. Really cool. There's some different some different types of ones as well. Like there's one a little bit more like straight up. Pretty cool. And there's all the Fremen, like I was saying before. And then here at the bottom, we have some ships. I think these are Harkonnen ships, if I remember correctly. Are they Imperial? I forget. They are the ships. Is that, are they ornithopters? That's the right word, isn't it? I've got to be honest. I really have enjoyed reading Dune, and I am going to watch the Dune movie eventually. But I'm not super up to date on like terminology and stuff. So that's super on me. Also, by the way, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, please take some of these out. I'm scared to. Scared to. That looks like something goes in those, and I don't know what does, but the way that those, I'm saying those, and I haven't put it on camera again. It's like something goes in the bottom of these. It looks like something fits in there. I remember there being something about that, maybe. Like that? No, it's not. There must be something. Looks like there's meant to be something, but maybe I'm just making it up. Oh, I'm lying. It's these. Which actually is really cool. They have transparent bases for the flying models. Have them on the board. Flying. Cool, right? How cool. Okay, so there's that. So yeah, that is the main box. So we have a lot of different vehicles here. We have the airs, and then I think these are like meant to be like refineries for the spice, if I remember correctly. Essentially, the game is about fighting across the sands to try and gain dominion. So get all these back together. We can move these off to the side. Forget how all of this goes, so I'm stressing out a little bit. Hold up, because that doesn't feel right now. Oh no. Box issues. Box. How do they go again? Is it there's one there like that, and then that on top like that? That feels more accurate. Hi guys, welcome to me reboxing everything. And that one feels like it should be, actually. Yeah, okay, 1 second. That feels like that one was on there. Yeah, okay, cool. We're getting there. Okay, black balls on top, like so. I don't know if that one had a box on top, did it? I don't remember now. Did it? You guys will know better than me. You guys will know. Anywho, move all of this off to the side. Should have made more space. I did not. This where things get a little crazy, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show all of this in one go on stream. Ow, hurt myself. Brilliant. Love that for me. So this is the board, and also I'm just going to move the rubbish off to a side actually. This is the board, and as you guys can see, it is rather big. This is what looks like 1/2. I can't even put it down. It's so big. That's huge. 1/2. Then and then the other half. So this is a big board, as you guys can see. Huge ass board. Huge. So, lots of areas to play on. As you guys can see, there's certain areas on the board. Actually, you can't really see too well, actually. Let me see if I can zoom in on that for you guys. See if that doesn't... See if we can't. Right, and... As you can see, there's Broken Land, Room Wall West, etc., etc. This camera whole ordeal is confusing me, because this camera is, again, like, so pushing something that way. Actually, that actually works. Never mind, I'm dumb. Arrakis, then Imperial Base, and etc. I can't actually get... This is too big to show properly on camera. I need better space for unboxings for sure. For sure. 1 second whilst I get... You know what, I'm going to move these off out of the way too. These are in the way. Open first. So that's all of the first box. Now this is a smaller game than other stuff I've unboxed channel before. As regards extra content. So there are only a few other boxes to go through. Also, I realised now I could have just zoomed out the camera again to show you guys the rest of the map, but I didn't because I'm... yeah. Okay, cool. So, much smaller going forward, thankfully. But we do have first the Spacing Guild expansion. I'm going to open this up now. Again, much smaller box. Very straightforward as regards what it is. And so this is basically taking the fight to the space sector of Arrakis. As you guys can see, there's a nice board that goes on for each of the factions and the ships in question. Over there for a second. Put that in there. Okay. Cut this off. Apparently it is sellotaped down. Typical. You know, the part of an unboxing, you should probably bring something to make sure you can get into everything. Didn't do that. Okay. Right. And the worst part is I have no nails at the moment to get into anything either. Just declawed myself this morning. Okay, where is that pen when you need it? Pen. Well, anyway, because I can't get into this apparently, which is just great. You get a number of things in this box that are the Harkonnen leader, which is the Guild Navigator. You get 12 house troops. So essentially, this is a little bit more of a Harkonnen expansion as regards new troops from, as regards like land troops, I suppose. But as regards the rest, you get Atreides frigates and highliners as well, which look great. And they also have bases as well, so that's pretty cool. I wish I could get in to show you guys them, but apparently not. And as I said, I didn't prepare properly as regards that, so that is totally on me. Oopsie, oopsie. Anyway, so that is that one. Hopefully the next one might be a little bit easier to get into, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? So we'll move the Spacing Guild off to the side for a second. Get into the Smuggler pack. So the Smuggler one is, I think a lot of them are like a neutral faction. So that's really interesting in and of itself. And they obviously have their own chips, etc. So yeah, they have their own little card, which is what they will be doing. And there's some smuggler troops, and there's some smuggler harvesters, a carryall, and ornithopters, as shown by our little friendly guide, which I could have probably read for the first one, and it probably would have helped us a little bit as regards knowing what we were doing. But yeah, so it shows in here, like the smugglers, if they're neutral, the smugglers ally with the Atreides, and kind of going through that there. I think that's it for that one. That is relatively straightforward. The thing is with this game is it's very front-ended. It's very much a lot of the stuff for this one is in the first expand, like the main box. Then the expansions are just like far more supplemental than say something like Marvel United, where a lot of the stuff is also in those extra boxes. Not to say that the experience isn't some relatively complete with the original box, but it is only expanded upon by the other boxes. And then finally, we do have a small little box here that is the plastic tokens, which I think will probably look very good because the plastic tokens from CMON are always usually pretty good. Yeah, I won't open them all up right now because that's a mess waiting to happen, but as you guys can see, there's some 3D signs in there. There's some like health tokens. Same again. Some red ones there, which I assume are the Harkonnen ones. You have some other symbols in there too, which is really cool. So I thought maybe we'd take a little bit longer with this, but actually this one's been relatively quick. I mean, we could go into a lot more detail and open all the specific little parts and mess around with those, but that could be dangerous as regards cleanup process. So I'm not going to do that. What I will say is quickly look back at the initial guide, and I'll just kind of read a synopsis of what the game's about, just so you guys get an idea of that. So, introduction and Dune War for Arrakis is an asymmetric strategy board game for 1 to 4 players based on Frank Herbert's award-winning science fiction novel, Dune. Players recreate the Desert War, the struggle for control of the planet Arrakis, the only source in the Imperium of the spice melange, fought between a House Atreides and House Harkonnen and their respective leaders and allies. By the time of the game, 1 year has passed since the siege of Arrakis, the assault that wrestled control of the planet from House Atreides and gave it back to House Harkonnen in the year 10,191 AG. And then you've got the potential options for player, which is in a 2-player game, each opponent leads one of the 2 factions, either like the Atreides, House Atreides and Fremen ally, or the Harkonnens, House Harkonnen and the Carino ally. In a 3 or 4-player game, the players are organized into 2 teams, each controlling 1 or 2 of the 4 powers. In a single-player game, the Mahdi solo mode is used with the player leading the Atreides whilst the Harkonnens are controlled by the game. You guys can see there. So that is very interesting. But yes, so there's a lot of rules, as you guys can see. So this is why what I was saying earlier, that the game is very much front-loaded. There's a lot of stuff going on. And that's the map in its totality, by the by. Very big map. So there's a lot of scenarios to play with in this. And like I said, settlements, as we discussed earlier, and so on and so forth. So with that all said, I think we will leave it there for now, guys. If you are interested in this type of content, if you like seeing board games and unboxings of board games and all that type of stuff, we do that relatively regularly on the channel whenever I get my hands on something that I find interesting. And yeah, so if you're ever interested in that type of stuff, we do cover that type of stuff, as well as our usual movies and all that type of stuff. So keep an eye out for other stuff like this going forward. And in the meantime, have a great weekend. Have a great have a great week to come. And I will see you guys next weekend for the next episode. Bye, guys.